Hello again. Welcome back to Game 2. We now have all the lobbies sorted out, and I'm Penguin, casting this game for you. Joining me is Zebra again. I hope you haven't changed in the last 5 minutes.
Nope, I'm pretty good still. Excited
Good.
to see Game 2. Game 1 was really interesting and exciting.
Yes, indeed it was. Going straight into our bands, we have a Lone Druid coming out as our first band.
10 seconds remain.
I really didn't see it coming. The other bands they make sense. You've got the Magnus coming out, huge teamfight potential. He did receive a slight nerf in 6.78, nerfing the overall damage that he deals during reverse polarity. I honestly think he really needed that nerf because reverse polarity dealt a lot of damage before. And then Batrider and Wisp with the relocate, very strong global presence, and Batrider with his ability to just exert a ton of control over team fights as well as solo lanes. And our first
10
pick coming
seconds
out, again,
remaining.
we're going to see the Lifestealer. Still very viable, very
5
strong hero
seconds
overall.
remaining.
Yeah, and they're looking pretty good right now.
Reserve time.
They have a lot open to them, of course. They still have the offlane heroes if they want to grab one of them first. Darkseer and Clockwork up for grab. They pick up the Coddle first, though.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah, no, Keeper of the Light, very solid support hero. Illuminate and the Bane, they're going to take him again.
Dire team
Yes,
pick.
they're going to take the Bane again. Wait a minute, is that right? No, Radiant had the Bane the first time, so Bane's going to get play in both games. Excuse me. Keeper of the Light and Bane, though, very powerful synergy between them. You set up with a Nightmare and go right into Illuminate Nukage, as well as whoever your tri-laner is. Very viable supports, very strong supports as you saw last game. Bane catching out a lot of heroes with Fiend's Grip, and Keeper of the Light being able to allow a split push, essentially. You have somebody farming the other side of the map, and you throw out your Spirit form, and then you're just able to recall them right back to you, and you instantly have a 5-man push. On the
It
other
looks like it'll have like a defensive tri-lane with the Bane and the Coddle combined, though. It doesn't look like that would be an offensive tri-lane at all. But the Bane should be able to keep down the Lifestealer pretty well if there is an engagement.
Yeah, also the fact that Fiend's Grip is able to go through the Rage as well as BKB, definitely a reason why Bane started seeing play. As Lifestealer started proliferating, Bane started proliferating as well. And Nyx Assassin, the counter pick, we saw what he was capable of last game. Vendetta, more like what Rubik
10
is capable of
seconds
with
remaining.
stolen Nyx Assassin spells. Impale, Line Nuke, Mana Burn,
5
Spike
seconds
Carapace, able to
remaining.
stun large members of the enemy team during team fights. And going into our second banning phase, we have Silencer,
Reserve
Kunkka,
time.
Rubik, and Gyrocopter. Both
Windrunner
Gyro
at your
and Rubik
service.
were very good and very
Dire
big
team
factors
pick.
in KGT's win, so they're removing them out of the pool, while KGT are removing Silencer and Kunkka.
Leader.
I like the Kunkka ban. Like, it makes sense because he does work in a defensive tri-lane and he can get really strong if he gets a quick Shadow Blade and phase boots and stuff.
Well, it's more the fact that Torrent synergizes so well with Nightmare. I mean, hey, hit your Torrent, he's not going to move for a couple seconds. Go for the
Yeah.
gold.
And the Windrunner's picked up here. That'll be their offlane most likely.
I really like Windrunner. I mean, she's... If
10
you want,
seconds
if you
remaining.
want a hero who hasn't changed at all, like at all, since
5
Dota 2
seconds
came out,
remaining.
you just look at the Windrunner. I mean, she's got her Shackle Shot max level, 4.25
Reserve
seconds of
time.
stun, possibly on 2 heroes. That's huge. She can farm with Power Shot very effectively, and then she has her escape mechanism in the Windrun. However, with Lifestealer Lina and Nyx Assassin, I can see that being offensive tri-lane. I could also see it being a defensive tri-lane. It's going to be interesting to see how Windrunner fares against it.
And once again, KGD has that roaming support setup. They didn't have it as well last game, but it seems like it's a little stronger this game, especially since Lina can spam her spells really well and Nyx can hold them down with his stun. They should be able to get some first bloods with this if they do it correctly.
I'm actually honestly surprised that they opted to take the Nyx Assassin instead of, say, like a Shadow Demon, because then you have the synergy between Shadow Demon, Lina, and, I mean, Lifestealer. Bonus damage on a target with Soul Catcher from Shadow Demon, always a good thing. But I guess they're favoring the Vendetta ability. Level 6 Nyx Assassin is very scary, and Keeper of the Light is never able to get a decent health pool as a result of that, so definitely going to be fodder for Vendetta if he's not careful.
And if Lina can get a quick mana boost, this could be a lot of burst damage coming out of KGT with the Laguna Blade.
Indeed. And now we see a Darkseer coming out. I'm actually surprised Darkseer... I don't remember if he was banned, but he definitely wasn't picked in the last game. Darkseer is still an incredibly viable hero. He had another slight nerf to his vacuum cooldown. I think it went from 22 seconds to 24 seconds. But Darkseer on his own, amazing hero. So the way this is looking is a Windrunner mid currently and a Darkseer in the off lane, which makes a lot of sense. If they decide to put the Darkseer middle, that could also be viable, or they can throw him in the jungle. Just another reason that Darkseer is picked as often as he is, and banned as often as he is. And Queen of Pain coming out as the counter pick. As we saw last game, very viable mid hero. She has her blink, she has a Scream of Pain. Sonic Wave is a solid nuke.
And now it looks like RSD is going to look for a mid hero, but KGT probably will look for an offlane here unless they want to do the same thing that RDS did last game and sack the lane with the Nature.
Nature's Prophet, yeah, but we got a Razor pick coming out, and I did not foresee that happening at all. Razor's a very interesting hero. You normally build health on him because Static Link allows you to steal enemy carries damage, and it does go through BKB, which is also important to note. So they're going to try and take down this Lifestealer. They're going to try and take down this Lifestealer by dealing his own damage against him. I mean, and Lifestealer got really out of hand last game.
Oh, and a Zeus. Okay, so we have some feelings from more professional teams. Razor is something you occasionally see from DD, which is one of my favorite teams, and Zeus is something you're seeing picked up more and more by KP, which is another one of my favorite teams. So now I'm really happy.
Yeah, I mean, the way they're going to do this, though, it looks like an aggressive tri-lane, which I agree with, between Lifestealer, Nyx Assassin, and Lina. They have some good killing power in that lane. Queen of Pain's probably going to take your solo top lane, given her ability to be able to blink out, and Zeus will probably take the mid. No guarantees, though, considering that Merlini always like to play Zeus in the solo short lane, so, I mean, we'll see what happens.
But the amount of burst damage that's on KGT is insane. If they just group up and focus one target, that target's down immediately. They're going to have to get a really fast BKB on Razor or something if he wants to survive in teamfights.
No, I really like this, and it's a really good pickup. Even though, I mean, something about Razor that most people tend to forget, like, if you're going to build Razor carry, his magic resistance is awful. Like, everybody starts off with a base 25% magic resistance, but Razor does not have very good health gain. And so he gets armor by naturally being an agility hero, but he doesn't normally build magic resistance. And so as a result of that, with this magic resistance, or this magic heavy team, Razor's gonna drop if he's not careful. And we have a quick pause coming out. I'm going to take the Dire team, KGT, playing on the Dire. We have Slider on the Queen of Pain. Nyx Assassin is going to be played by Blitz. Freddy is taking the Zeus. Leroy on the Lifestealer, or Naix. And Antonio 411 is taking the Lina.
And on the Radiant side, we have Son of Satan on Coddle. We have Fikat Rosu on the Razor, and Kozodin Karako will be on the Nyx Assassin. No, not Nyx Assassin. Who is that again on purple? What hero did they have to hold into still?
Curses for not having.
Oh no, it's Bane. It's Bane.
Bane.
And then Darkseer will be Undead Ruler, and 810 will be Windrunner.
It's not a Dota game unless you have pauses at the beginning.
I'm sort of curious about who's going mid, though. Will it be the Darkseer or Windrunner? I feel like Windrunner would be a little better, but we'd have to see.
I mean, they have very interesting lanes, because it looks like they're doing a defensive tri-lane with Keeper of the Light, Razor, and Bane. And that lane also has kill potential solely in magic damage. You have your Plasma Field coming out from the Razor, coupled with Brain Sap from the Bane, and then Illuminates from the Coddle. So you've got some decent damage coming out, but I feel that KGT have to come out more aggressive for that to work. I mean, you have to be really going after them so that they can pull off that combo. Whereas KGT, I mean, open wounds into Impale Stun into Light Strike Array. That's a very good level 1 synergy.
And it looks like they're taking this offensive. Razor's going to the top one, unless they're just doing some quick level 1 roaming. But it looks like it's going to be a top lane for them.
Oh, and we actually have Lifestealer running. She's just booking it up to the top. And Lena is accompanying it. Are they doing dual lanes? Okay, there goes the try. So we have a defensive tri lane on the Dire side, coupled with... Oh, you know what I need to do? Because I've totally slipped my mind. I need to take off the overlay.
Oh boy.
Heard that's a good idea. So I'm glad I noticed it. But we have a defensive tri-lane coming out from the Dire side, and we have an aggressive tri-lane coming out from our Radiant
30
side.
seconds to
RDS.
showtime.
I really like this. We're going to see a lot of action as a result of this. Windrunner is taking your mid, and Darkseer is taking your solo short. So it's going to be Darkseer against Queen of Pain, and Zeus against Windrunner.
I'm not sure how much Windrunner's escapability is going to help her out here, as Windrunner only negates physical damage when Zeus is mostly magical.
Indeed.
He's not really going to focus his right clicks
But on
on
the
getting a kill.
But on the same token, though, Windrunner may be able to out CS
away
him
we
just
go.
because she has such a fluid auto attack. I mean, if you really look at Windrunner's auto attack, it's she goes up, she last hits, she moves back, she harasses, she can
hope
almost
so,
orb
this one.
walk.
And with that being said, with the Windrun, if she gets a good shackle off, she can Windrun under tower and maybe even get a kill off on the Zeus. It would be very difficult, but it could be done.
Yeah, I mean, Windrunner does have a very high base damage, 56 already. I mean, so she's at 50 approximately at level 1. We have some wards going out in the top lane.
Denied.
That is a countered regular ward. I'm actually kind of surprised they went for such a standard position for the ward, because they put it literally right in front of the
What's with
camp.
all the
You could have
scribbling?
put it under the camp. You could have put it in here. I hear a static link going out. Nakes is just going to lose a lot of damage. He's not going to be able to last hit. In the meantime, you have Caudle coming down here and counter warding, and Zeus is going to come up and try and harass him off. Nyx Assassin is going to come out, land his Impale Stun. We have a level 1 Thunderbolt coming out, Lightning Bolt. He's taking a lot of damage. Excuse me. He ate 2 Arc Lightnings, and he's going to salve up. Now, unfortunately, the Zeus is going to have no mana. He's going to be forced to burn a Clarity, and he's going to walk into that lane. Windrunner is actually going to hit him initially and take off the Clarity. So now Zeus is at an immediate disadvantage unless he has a bottle coming out already. Okay, that's his bottle. That's his bottle coming out. Oof.
And
Really,
things will
really
get worse and
worried.
worse for the lifesteal on the top lane, because after Razor's done with the static link, he can Bane can just enfeeble, and that'll make it even more difficult to last him.
I love the delay because I just was spammed mercilessly by a lot of people to take off the overlay, and then it went off on its own. Oh,
Denied.
I remember it. It feels so good. We have another counter ward coming out. Son of Satan coming out with some pro sentry wards, taking out everything. Unfortunately, they don't have the vision to counter the Observer ward watching the top rune for the Dire side, but if they ever throw a ward up there, they will definitely have the vision of it.
Queen of Pain's actually harassing Darkseer pretty well, and if she plays it right, she can actually get a good kill off Darkseer.
That's going to be hard to do, just considering that, I mean, if she goes on him with auto attacks, then the Ion Shelled minion will aggro on her, as all the minions will. So right now you see your classic melee versus range solo lanes, and so as a result it makes sense that Darkseer is struggling a little bit earlier, but once his Ion Shells get up to max damage, I mean right now it's only 50 damage a second, yeah, 90 damage a second at max level. I mean Queen of Pain has to be careful because it's going to come to the point where Darkseer is going to double Ion Shell creep waves, and she's not going to be able to do anything about it.
Yeah.
Granted, Queen of Pain has a much better level 6 than Darkseer does, with Sonic Wave coming out as her ultimate, whereas Darkseer has his wall. Queen of Pain's not exactly a really big right clicker at level 6, so... And considering that Darkseers normally don't get his ultimate, he's going to continue maxing Vacuum and Iron Shell. Let's take a quick let's take a quick look at the CS. We have Darkseer leading with 18 creeps, 1 deny, which makes sense again, just highlighting his Ion Shell. It's such a good spell, able to push waves if you want them pushed, or just make you able to last hit whenever you need to. And following him is the Queen of Pain, Zeus, Razor, and Windrunner, all pretty much neck and neck, which makes sense. All the offlaners, all the solos, I should say. However, Razor getting a lot more farm. Uh-oh, and we have a Nightmare coming out. There is no... And the power of Static Link is shown. No damage on the Lifestealer, just able to burn him down. He had a total of 84 bonus damage at the end of that. And he's going to run...
able to harass the tower down really fast, and he gets stunned, though.
He's going to take a mana burn as well, but, I mean, that's all the harass that they can do. You had your supports pulling, and Lifestealer was caught out of position, and they punished him for it. Overall,
if it keeps on going like this, there's not going to be a Midas at all for Lifestealer. It might not be a good idea to go with this game.
Now, you just missed it. I don't think you saw it. In the middle lane, you had both heroes running top to get the rune, because they both have vision of the rune. But Zeus was going to beat Windrunner to the rune, and since Windrunner has a longer attack range than Zeus, she denied the rune, forcing Zeus. Now you see he's bottle crowing, and let's see, man, that is a slow courier. That is a very slow courier going back to base with his bottle, and there's your effect. I mean, they don't want you to be able to do that and stay in the lane if you get completely zoned out and harassed.
Yeah, and this mid lane's been very back and forth so far, as it's only a few minutes in. But with the passive that Zeus has, he might be able to get some good harass off of Windrunner.
You also have to keep in mind the cast radius of it. It is 1,000, and Windrunner's auto attack allows her to generally stay out of the radius of it. So it really depends. It's going to take some smart play on Zeus to make sure that his positioning is up to snuff to really maximize the damage of, I think it's Static Field, yeah.
But as we learned last game, KGT are pretty good at positioning.
Well, yeah, definitely from the Rubik play from their supports. I mean, it's Son of Satan and Kozo. I mean, they really showed that they know what they're doing. Otherwise, I'm actually... Oh, we have a TP rotation coming up. Queen of Pain is coming up here. She's level 6. They're going to go on them. I see the pings coming out. They're going to start by static linking. The next Assassin. Illuminate's going to hit 4. Coddle is going to pop. Bane is going to get mana burned. That's it. That's the end of it. Lifestealer is just able to man up on the Razor. Another Scream of Pain coming out. Very good rotation. And there's a Dragon Slave to finish him off. 3 for nil. Trade. Good levels, good farm, good gold for all of these heroes. Very big rotation, and that's. I mean, that just seems like a communication error. Queen of Pain. All she had to do was really hug her tower and TP up, and boom, your tri-lane gets dropped.
Yeah, and it's just like even... Oh, looks like Zeus just got his level 6. He wouldn't have had it for that team fight. And he doesn't... Oh, there he goes. He leveled it up now. It's like they have that cushioning too. If something does not completely go right with the team fight with the Quap ult, he can pull that and maybe get a pick off with it.
Yeah, in that situation, Bane was trying to get away. Bane, at the point at which Zeus got level 6, Bane would have still been walking back to the fountain. Would have been an easy pick off for God's Wrath. Or Thunder God's Wrath. Okay, yeah.
Towers getting the business.
And we got pings coming out. This Darkseer is just solidly pushing. He's got the beginnings of his mechanism. He only needs about another 50 gold. He'll have the recipe for the buckler. That'll put him only about 900 away from the completing the mech. Uh-oh, and we have a Nightmare coming out. Big Shackle coming out, coupled with a Brain Sap, and that's gonna be all she wrote. Very good use of Wind Run by Windrunner, taking the entire tower aggro, but not actually taking any damage from it as a result of the Wind Run. Allowing her to stay in the lane, not allow her creeps to take the harass, as well as get the last hit. Oh, and I see pings coming out. Are they going to open wounds? And there he goes. They go on the Razor. We're going to have... Oh boy, there's your Thunder God's Wrath. And there's your nukes. And Bane's coming in from behind. He's going to probably go down too. Brain Sap to try and give himself some life. Oh my goodness. Big Shackle coming out, but Light Strike Array is still going to hit. And Leon's going to pop as well as a result of this. We got Nyx Assassin coming out, dealing some more damage through Spike Carapace, and that's going to be the end of that team fight.
And even though they are taking a lot of kills, it seems like RDS still has a really good gold lead.
Yeah, no, I mean, let's check it out right now. About 1,000 gold lead. I mean, it started tapering off a little bit, but that was a very good rotation by the Windrunner to ensure that that did not turn out as poorly as it could have. I mean, they traded 2 for 2 for that, and that's... I mean, I'll take that any day of the week. Or it was 1 for 2. Still, they made something out of nothing.
Coming apart.
And Nyx is going to use his rage to get it run away. Coddle is running at him. Definitely.
And they're about to pick up a haste rune over here in the top lane. Looks like they might rotate up top to get a few kills now. It'll be 4 on 3 if they do this.
Well, the other thing now is that Thunder God's Wrath has 30 seconds of cooldown left to go. So, I mean, they're thinking about it, and you see they pushed forward, but now they have that ward down. They have this big ward down in the top lane. Nakes just used his rage again, and they see him. They know what's going on. You have haste being used. The supports are just TPing out. Very good play, very good awareness, and boom. A waste
Yeah, it
of
was
time.
really well done. Just a collaborative TP out, just being so fast with it. I don't know if they should have TP'd back to the base or just to that tier 1 tower, but they're going to go in mid.
Yeah, no, it was very. I really liked it. Actually, I think Bane went middle.
Yeah.
But no, it was very good play. Very nice to see it. I'm going to apologize in advance if anybody can hear my dogs woofing in the background. They are. We have some interesting things going on where I live, and as a result, I have very anxious dogs. So I'm apologizing in advance for that.
Looks like they're going to go on the Windrunner here mid. They're looking at it, but there's a lot of things going on, a lot of controversy trying to figure out what they should do. Sentry Ward goes out to see if they're dewarding, but there's no ward available. Looks like they're going to go on the Windrunner. The stun misses though from the Nexus Zap. Alright, so they're pretty low here in the mid tower, but they're going to be able to back up and be fine for now. That missed stun for the Nyx completely changed that. If they got that off, it would have been a dead Windrunner, I believe it was.
The Dire might want
Now they have pings up here for the top lane. What exactly they're trying to do? Quab has her double nulls up, which will give her a lot of right-clicking, a lot of farming ability. You don't see double nulls too much, mostly not in the mid lane, it's usually for off lane, but it looks like they're looking for the coddle. Well, they bump into him. Gets opened wound, and there you go. Dead. And now they get a stun off on the Bane too, that's going to be really good. Just need another pickoff with the Zeus Soul. Might turn it around a bit. And then Lena falls now, and it will be Radiant's team fight.
Yeah, big rotation coming out from the Windrunner, able to get the shackle shot, and Bane's gonna go down from the Sonic Wave. Unfortunately, Razor's got a lot of right kick right now, and she's only got a level 3. She's gonna have to take the fall. That's a 5-for-1 trade as a result of good rotations from the Radiant side. I mean, Windrunner, was up there as fast as she possibly could. She got a big shackle to force Zeus to look for the Bane in the trees.
It was a 5-for-2 though.
But,
Coddle fell as well, I think.
Yeah, no, in the beginning of that, no, you're right. I mean, and Caudle was trying to man up on the Lifestealer to try and deal maximum damage to him, but Lifestealer was able to lifesteal it back up. Very good fight overall. I mean, and you're really seeing the strength of the Razor pickup here. Whenever they try to man up, the right-clicking carry of Lifestealer is getting all of his damage drained from Static Link. And there's nothing you can really do about it. I really like how it penetrates the BKB, and it really is a possible shutdown alternative for RDS. I really like it. It may result in more shifts in the metagame, get Lifestealer less played. We'll see what happens, especially now that BKB is pretty much a staple on most carry heroes. A Gyrocopter, you build a BKB. Nakes has built-in BKB. Luna, you would build a BKB. Trying to think of other big-name right-clickers, because generally all that we have right now is Gyrocopter and Lifestealer.
And it looks like we don't see Razor building any health-oriented items yet, except for the Basilius, which gives only like, what, 1 armor? He doesn't have that much to protect him, which is a little concerning coming in like 10 minutes from now when Quap will have a bigger ulti, Zeus will have a bigger ulti, Lena will have her ulti up.
Well, it's important to note that with the items that he's building, I do agree with. He's going into looks like Aguila, Ring of Aquila, excuse me, and on top of that, he's building the Magic Wand. And so these are items that just give you stats, and you should never underestimate the power of the stats. Right now they're sitting at like a 2,500 gold advantage. Those little stats, even if it is only 1 point in your strength or your intelligence or your agility, I mean it's big. It does a lot for you, especially in the early game. And let me see the experience graph. They're sitting 2,500 gold ahead. What are the levels sitting at? I mean, they're all about the same level, and that's something that you really don't want. I mean, you have Razor sitting at the same level as all of the solos, which is scary when you think about it, because he's progressing as quickly as they are, so his Static Link is going to be doing more damage, his Electric Current's going to be doing more damage, he's going to be physically right-clicking more damage. I mean, what's the gold per minute? The gold per minute is pretty low. Total worth, buyback status is not important. Total current gold, net worth. So the net worth for all the heroes is sitting under 4,000. I mean, so comparatively speaking, yeah, Queen of Pain is going to get more damage as a result of her leveling up, and yes, Lean is going to get more damage just as a result of them leveling up. But on the same token, I mean, that's what they are. They're casters. They're not right clickers, and that's how casters versus your hard carry work. Your hard carry is just going to keep farming, and he's going to be getting more right click, and over game he'll become stronger as a result of that. So I'm not too concerned on it from the standpoint that he is good farm for what's been happening. There have been a lot of ganks. I think he's died once. He's died twice, but Nakes has died twice as well. He has less kills. Nakes has less kills than Razor, and he has less assists than Razor. So when you're looking at tri-lane versus tri-lane, overall I would assess that the Radiant team has won tri-lane. And a big factor of that was that you had a 4-man rotation come top, and they all TP'd out or ran away. The Radiant side was able to get out of it. And that's big. It's just wasted time that Darkseer was able to free farm and apply some pressure to your bottom tower.
And soon, the Radiant side will have even more survivability, as Mech is going to be up on the Darkseer in about 220 gold, which will help them with was it 250 heal it has?
That sounds about right.
Okay, so looks like everyone's talking. What are they saying now? They're just chatting. But let's look at the items. Windjammer, it looks like she's building into a 4-staff, and Lena's still so close to level 6, but not there yet. Zeus doesn't look like he's building into anything right now because of his arcane boots. Queen of Pain, still nothing updated on her. Lifestealer's is ever so much behind now with those 2 deaths to his name. Obviously, way too late to go a Hand of Midas, unless he still wants to go that, but I feel like at this point it would be a really foolish idea. The Razor, though, he should be what we keep our eye on. It looks like he has a cool finish. Yes, he has the Wraithband and a magic pick, I guess because of the spam ability of Zeus and all their other caster heroes. How are the other supports looking, though? Like I said, Darkseer almost has a mech. And he has a soul ring up, so he can also spam his spells. Bane doesn't have too much up on him, but he's more spell-oriented with his Fiend's Grip being up. That's going to be able to get some kills ready. Maybe be able to pick off a few heroes. Coddle obviously going to be doing the warding game and use his Coddle Blast to defend and push towers. That's about other items updated for right now. Looking at the graphs, things have sparked up to the RDS's side tremendously within the last few minutes. Yeah, and there's no points on Enfeeble and Bane, which means no slowing down the Lifestealer anymore with that, but they still have the Razor damage deal. Looking at the levels though, it looks like they're ready here. Okay, they're getting ready to go here, and Razor's a little low in mana here. Will he really want to go in? It looks like he's actually backing up at the moment, yeah. Will they confront here, though? It's going to be a 4 vs 3 engagement they decide to, especially without Razor. It could be dangerous. You hear Nyx. He's going to go Invis. Will he go in here? He's looking for something, but he's not going to be able to find it just barely. Ooh. Nope, he's not going to go for it. And Zeus returns mid as well. You're going to have 3 vs 3 up here in the top lane. Once again, every tri-lane returns to where they were supposed to be, and even Windrunner. Actually, she might be making her way top now. Queen of Pain decides to go back bottom and farm. She has 600, just about 700 gold up on her. Probably going to go Tread soon. And you have these 4 up here. Going to be 5 soon as Windrunner's coming up, and they're looking to fight. Will Queen of Pain even have a TP on her? I don't believe so. No, she won't. They start fighting now. Bane's going to ulti Valina, and that's going to be the death of her. The wall goes up, and now they're focusing on the Lifestealer, and he'll die as well.
2 down.
No support from the other players of Zeus and Queen of Pain, but they're good. And that's going to pick off Nyx really fast. I'm getting a bit of lag here, but they run into the Zeus, Windrunner does, and both seem to back off.
No, that was a very good play by Bane, and that was verbatim reasons why Bane is now picked. He was able to throw out the Nightmare on the Nyx Assassin. All Thunder God's Wrath is coming out as a little bit of harass, trying to burn down the Zeus. He doesn't have high ground. Shackle's going to miss, but he's going to eat a full Illuminate, but he's going to take out Windrunner. And Brain Sap. Wait for it. Boom. Dead Zeus. Going back to Bane, he was able to grab the Nyx Assassin in a Nightmare right here, and he, as a result of that, Nyx burned his Spiked Carapace at the beginning of the team fight. No, everyone just ignored him, and then as a result, he was able to Fiend's Grip the Lina down, while Stable Current then went out, Illuminate went out, Windrunner was able to throw out power shots, and in addition to that,
Radiant's
Razor was
bottom
able to
tower
focus
seen better
down
days.
the Lifestealer
Dive
using
mid-tower
Static Link,
plasma
and
stronger.
the Static Link was huge. I mean, at the end, by the time the Lifestealer was dead, Razor had a bonus 112 damage, so Nyx Assassin didn't stand a chance. And you were right, Queen of Pain did not have a TP at the time, so was unable to help. Zeus comes in late, is able to pick off Windrunner, that's great and all, but he dies too. So you traded 4 for 1 late and a tower. Definitely need something that I continuously harp on whenever I play pub games. After 5 minutes, you should have a TP scroll on you at all times.
Yep.
It is way too important not to have it up.
Haste.
Looks like Radiant's trying to take this mid tower. The Coddle Blast will help them a lot. They look like they're going to dive in.
Bane's going to take some harass as well as the Darkseer, and they're going to start. I mean, they're waiting. They can't really. KGD can't really defend this big vacuum coming out. Nightmare going out, and there it is again. You're going to use the Nightmare on the Zeus, and they're going to use the Fiend's Grip on the Nyx Assassin. He's going to go down. Razor, however, is going to pop after taking out Nyx as well as the Keeper of the Light, and that's what they needed right there. And Windrunner is going to get taken out as well due to Queen of Pain blinking out using Shadow Strike. And actually, it might be a full team wipe as Bane's trying to TP. He's going to use a Defensive Nightmare and denies himself.
Amazing.
Wow.
Denies himself. So Radiant is strong, but they're not strong enough to fight under a tower with all that burst damage just yet. I feel like it just wasn't there for him that time. Especially with ultis. Queen of Pain's ulti did catch, I think, 3.
Yeah, no, very, very big TPs, and that may have been a result as to why they lost so overwhelmingly in the top lane, is that Queen of Pain's TP may have been on cooldown, which is definitely very possible. But the rotations coming in there, sacrificing a Nyx Assassin for a team wipe, or for a suicide, definitely worth it. And you see some very aggressive wards coming out from Rasarit. You have, on the high ground, Sentry and an Obs trying to scout this out. Sentries all over the map. I really like seeing this. You have sentries being placed to try and counter ward.
I didn't hear if you mentioned it, but there is a Vitality booster and a Cloak on the Razor. He's starting to build some resistance to all the spells coming out.
Oh, and we have fight going on in the middle lane. Lena's going to get caught in the Nightmare. Nyx Assassin gets nuked down beforehand, but it looks like this Lena... she's going to miss, but... Miss with the Illuminate, but Ion Shell proving exactly why it's such a volatile spell. And Caudle's going to use Blinding Light to push Lena off the high ground. In the meantime, we have... Uh-oh, this is not looking good. Caudle's going to throw out his Illuminate, but Nyx is going to try and come after him, and Zeus gets tethered to a tree, and some Shackle Shots after that. Boom, Zeus is down. Fiend's Grip coming out now on a no-mana Nyx. Static Link coming out. Electric Current. And boom, there you go, another dead Nyx. Nyx Assassin coming in late. We got a missed Shackle Shot. Triple kill for Windrunner. Very impressive to see. They're gonna chase. Nightmare's up. No, just gonna use a Brain Sap, get his health back. Bane's back up to full health. And mech popped. Boom. This is probably gonna be another tower down. And there's your Nightmare. Vacuum's gonna whiff because of it. Static Link going out. Nyx Assassin's trying to take it from him. They're gonna lose this. They're gonna lose the Nightmare as a result of taking damage from Ion Shell, and now Nyx Assassin's gonna try and get out of here. Windrunner's gonna take. I hear a Laguna Blade. No, he's gonna try and TP out. He's gonna be able to get out. He gets out. Wow. Windrunner also takes a tower kill, and Zeus coming in with Queen of Pain to shield her ulti. Sonic Wave going out. Another Shackle. This Windrunner has been money in the bank with the Shackle Shots. Taking auto attack harass. He's going to be able to blank out. And in the meantime, Zeus is coming back in using Thunder Strikes. Oh, he's going to go down as well. Bane's going to take the kill.
Windrunner's been on fire this last few team fights. Her amazing Shackles, her power shots, if they are rarely off, but when they are, they're barely. And her Windruns have been good timed and everything.
Yeah, we're gonna have some pressure applied to the bottom lane just as the creep wave pushed in, and it
You
looks
see
like
Lifestealer into the Queen of Pain.
yeah, it looks like they're gonna go for some aggression, try and take out this Bane. He has no mana. There's the Lifestealer and Fest Bomb. He's gonna Nightmare himself again to try and stall up. They're gonna use spells on. They're going to use spells on him, specifically the Shadow Strike to remove that Nightmare. And now Lifestealer, he's matting up. Queen of Pain's gonna meet the Caudle. Boom. Stream of Pain taking them both out, but now we have Nyx Assassin coming in to help. Windrunner might pop. No, Mech gets popped by the Darkseer, preventing that from happening. Another Shackle Shot. Double kill picked up by the Razor. Lena late to the party and now gonna die for it. I don't know what she was doing whenever everybody started running away. Her Demon Slave, Dragon Slave, excuse me, is gonna hit 3 heroes, but it's just not enough. Lifestealer's gonna pick up an armlet, but I'm kind of afraid, plateauing at around 5,500, 6,000 gold advantage for Rasarit, definitely starting to pull away, and 2,200 gold is sitting on the Razor.
Yes, they're taking this very well so far.
Force Staff is also done on the Windrunner, and on top of that, it looks like Darkseer is going to start building up that pipe. He's going to eat a mana burn from the next assassin, but no follow-up, as Razor just sits at max range and starts attacking the tower. We got pings coming out.
Right now.
A Fortify, in my opinion, is wasted. We have a Hasted Zeus. Uh-oh, Bane's better be careful. Fiend's Grip coming out. He may be able to get them in time. Caudle coming out. Not enough.
That was a really risky Fiend's Grip. He seems to be really risky with him, though. He's been doing that a few times.
And there he's just going to pop due to Thunder God's Wrath and a Thunderbolt coming out. Zeus is going to be able to run. Nope, Shackle's not going to be able to latch beforehand. Caudle using the Illuminate to try and prevent everybody else from coming in, but Nyx Assassin's lurking with his Vendetta. He's going to have to use it very quickly. It's only got a 15-second cloak time currently, and Razor's going to go down as a result. Or Razor's going to get a kill on the Zeus. And now we have, whiffed, Impale Stun. Oh my goodness. Queen of Pain coming in, Sonic Wave, Scream of Pain, and being able to take out the Razor there. But now we have an Infest Bond coming, just hopping into the Queen of Pain, so they'll be able to. Oh, and it whiffed. They were hoping that with the advanced the blinks, the advanced movement of Queen of Pain, that they'd be able to make something of it. But now with Surge coming up, they're gonna have defensive TPs coming in, not allowing them to push in and take out this Darkseer. Very defensive TPs, very good play, good rotation. Mech popped to bring them all back up to full health, give them some more mana. Very good plays, very good team fights coming out.
Not sure if KGT is getting type of lag or just miscommunication, but sometimes they seem like when Lifesteal was trying to hop out of the quad, everything seems a little delayed for them. It might just be communication too, though.
Yeah. Well, in that situation, the Darkseer juked the Queen of Pain very well. The Darkseer went up the river to his tier 1 tower, while the Queen of Pain blinked down to the Rune Ward. And so as a result of that, Darkseer, who had max movement speed because of his surge, he was just able to keep on trucking.
We see Zeus obviously building into an Aghanim Scepter, and he wants his ulti to go as far as it can.
I'm actually pretty surprised he's not first building a... Oh, and you see it again. He drops all his items to regen as much mana as he possibly can from his bottle, and then he picks them back up, giving himself a higher base percent of mana. Now, as I was saying, I'm surprised he didn't start with a Veil of Discord. I mean, if you look at their team, 4 of them are casters. Veil has a cast range of 1,000. The AoE is very big too. I think it's 600 or 700.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
It's very big. And so from that item alone, it's 20% bonus damage, I believe. And with all these casters, those are some dead heroes as a result of that. We got some pings coming out, and Lifestealer's going to go inside the next assassin.
We're going to see probably a pipe up on the Darkseer, and then probably just going to leave it as a hood for the Razor if he decides to build it some more.
Yeah. No, that sounds right. But actually, and maybe just be a casual vitality booster.
Yeah, I had that feeling too.
Okay, I was wondering how... a little bit of a misplay by KGT. So when they threw down their sentry wards next to the rune wards, they never went up to the high ground. And now Zeus is going to come up here. Or is it out of range? It may just be out of range. Wow. That's like... Oh, no, that's just like pixels. Man, that's frustrating. That's the only reason why they were able to... I hear a Nightmare coming out, and a Fiend's Grip. Queen of Pain's going to drop. We got Static Link coupled with Electric Current. Darkseer running in with the Ion Shell, and that's going to be the end of Queen of Pain.
And there goes the usefulness of Bane again.
Yeah, Fiend's Grip. You can't run. And I hear Impale's coming out. Uh-oh, Impale coupled with Thunder God's Wrath. Infest popping out. Bane eating a lot of damage. Boom, lots of damage. Thunderbolt's coming out. Big Shackle. Misses the power shot, though, however. Force Staff being used to pick off the next assassin, but that might cost her her life, unless her team comes in big. Lena getting taken out by the Illuminate. Windrunner using her Force Staff to try and run. Zeus getting hit by Mana Leak. And now Zeus is probably dead as well. Another Shackle Shot coming out. Max level Shackle Shot, 4.25 seconds, and they clean them up.
And it seems like majoritarily there is Radiant's always in the best position. It seems like the last game flipped.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, Rasarit is coming out. They're making big plays on KGT. It's you can see it with the pickoffs from the Bane. KGT is doing the right thing. They have to pick off heroes and gank. They have to do that. The only problem is that they're not smoke gank. I mean, if you go in with your smoke, you are much more likely to prevent your Quap from getting picked off. You may have been able to turn that team fight the other way. I mean, don't get me wrong, the ability of Infest Bombs with Storm Spirits or Queen of Pains or, in this situation, Nyx Assassin, I mean, it's very viable. But they just keep getting shut down from it as primarily, I mean, as a result of this Bane. And on top of that, superior positioning by Rasarit. Other than that, Windrunner's hitting the shackles of her life. Definitely have to, I mean, right now she's my MVP. 810. Hitting shackle after shackle after shackle, hitting multiple heroes instead of a hero to a tree, really forcing KGT to consider their positioning and what's going on in the game.
And cross building into a sheep stick. A little bit more and she'll be there, and that can really change some stuff. Like, you can't do the damage you're stealing as a Razor if you're a pig.
Yeah, you can't deal... It's interesting, though, because you can't deal the damage, but Static Link is still in effect.
Yeah, the Static Link will still be in effect, but if you can kill the Razor while he's pigged, that's just a completely different story.
Exactly.
And they're just going to smoke up here on the Dire side, all five of them.
That smoke. And you see on the map it's drawn. They're going to see if they can sneak in. They don't... are they going to take the Invisor? They're pinging it.
That might want to be taken by the Quap.
Well, no, they're gonna leave it, and we're gonna have a team fight coming here. Unfortunately, there's only 4 of them. Shackle Shot coming out, not gonna hit anything. Nightmare going out. Nyx Assassin's gonna probably drop before this team fight even gets started. Big Queen of Pain ulti hitting 3, but it's not gonna be enough. Zeus is getting Fiend's gripped, and now Mana Leaked. He hasn't been able to do anything all game. There goes the Thunder God's Wrath. He's running back in. He's gonna start casting. He gets Nightmared. They're running in and out. Laguna Blade going out, not able to kill the Windrunner, who has a haste rune. Lifestealer and Nyx Assassin going down. Caudle now going down on the converse side. Zeus trying to... up in there. Oh, Brain Sap. He's going to pick up the Invis rune and bottle it, but unfortunately, Brain Sap deals 300 pure damage. Windrunner running away from the Queen of Pain, using a Force Staff to go down. Oh, but he's going to find her anyway. Shackle Shot going to go out. Not going to hit on anything, but Queen of Pain doesn't really have any mana. Nightmare coming out now. Darkseer's contemplating whether or not he should be doing anything about this, but he has no mana himself. And there's your defensive blink away. Nyx Assassin returns to the scene as well with Keeper of the Light. It sounds... I heard Keeper of the Light sounds. I lied. He's still dead. Sounded like he was recalling somebody back to them.
And even then, when they bump into a smoked team, they still somehow keep it in good positioning for most part. They were on the high ground. They were in this area here, and they had everyone running.
Well, the other thing to keep in mind, though, is that this Darkseer has both mech and pipe.
Yeah.
And so now it's gotten to the point where it doesn't really matter, and they know. He also has a gem on the Darkseer. So this Nyx is going to be bad. They know. There he is. They can see him. They just attacked him. They're going to use the Static Link on him. They're all just going to rotate in. They're going to be able to pick up Windrunner with the use of Mana Burn, Open Wounds, and Rage, but now they're going to have to run away. Nyx is going to get popped out of his... oh boy, Razor's gonna go down though. Too many people lurking, not enough health on the supports and the other heroes for the Radiant side. This Darkseer has no mana. He has 1 surge, maybe 2 or 3 surges in him, but nice lead by the Lena. Light Strike Ray's gonna come out. Darkseer's running for his life, but it's not gonna be enough.
And that's where the team fight for KGT really can work out, is if they are able to just not die before they get all of their spells off and just be in that good position.
Well, the key there was that you had a Windrunner with half health, and you had a Bane with half health, and you had Darkseer with no mana. I mean, all of those things, Darkseer would have been able to, if Darkseer would have put his wall down, like in the choke, because they were fighting between the river and the bottom lane. That would have forced all of the Dire heroes, all of KGD's heroes, to run through and hurt themselves on the wall and create illusions. Like, in my opinion, RDS stuck around too long and they paid for it, and now KGT is probably going to get a free Roshan out of it because they counter-warded and have vision up, and it'll be able to telegraph any Radiant side movement.
Looks like they have a few pings coming out.
I
think that was Razor's
a teal ping. Yep, that was Razor's ping. They're suspicious. They don't know where they are, and they're all missing on the bottom lane.
It might be too late now, though. Windrunner can power shot in, but that
it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's dead.
She's gonna throw it out, but she's gonna get a kill on the Nyx Assassin, and there's your gem.
My.
Oh, okay, and they're gonna grab it.
Had to drop a
Bane-
null talisman for that though. That's actually like a 300 gold drop.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to investigate it, and so they'll be able to walk in there later.
Yep.
Okay, I thought they were scouting with their courier, and I got really nervous. But Lifestealer's now sitting in the Zeus, a far more unsuspecting target than your Nyx Assassin coming in. Now Nyx, since Darkseer died, Nyx picked up the gem, and that means that Quap, I believe, just left the gem in the base. Yep, that's what she did. Now they have no need for the gem other than to counter ward, so it would make sense if KGT is just going to sit with the gem in the base.
Yeah.
Not
We see a Force Staff up on Coddle. That might help them get out of some situation.
Well,
Along with
I mean,
Twin
Force Staff on Caudle is always a huge
mid-tower could
thing,
use a
especially
little
against Lifestealers. Lifestealer's biggest problem is that he doesn't have mobility. I mean, he's a melee hard carry. He needs... let me stand next to you so I can hit you, please. Well, you have two Force Staffs. I wouldn't be surprised if Bane picks up a Ghost Scepter soon or a BKB, so he'll be able to have uninterrupted Fiend's Grip usage. But they're all Nyx counters, and considering that Nyx is the sole force of their right click, that's pretty big.
And this Quap's Scythe of Ice is starting to become really slow. She needs it really soon. They need a few kills so she can get that and turn these teamfights around. Because Windrunner going her own at this point.
Well, I mean, it's relative now. As I mentioned earlier, Queen of Pain has about 8,000 effective gold. Windrunner is the highest with 9,200. I mean, she's not she's under-farmed, quote unquote, but it's expected for the way that this game has been going. She has a very slow scythe. Well, on the same token, Windrunner has nothing but her Force Stick. Darkseer's the one who's really been coming through in the clutch and has the pipe and the mech completed. But the one that it's really important to look at is the Razor. He's building a Manta style. He's still about 1,000 or so gold away from it, 1,500. So his build is coming along very slowly. Lifestealer is the same way. He almost has it, but he almost has a Desolator though. Otherwise, looking over the supports, you can see that Nyx Assassin has smoke. They may be trying to work some other shenanigans. However, they
There are a lot of smokes on both teams right now. They have 2 smokes on Dire, 2 smokes on Radiant.
Do they? Oh yeah, it just has the other smoke. I was looking for it. But yeah.
Razor looks like he's gonna go pick up his Yasha right now.
Yeah, it's completed in the base. Again, the Casualty Vitality booster and Cloak just doing a lot for him in terms of sustainability in the fights. I mean, he's sitting at 1,500 health right now. By the time his Mana Style finishes, he'll probably have gained another level or two, so he'll be around 1,600 health. Things are looking good, and there's your Scythe of Ice for Queen of Pain. 30 minutes in, it is kind of slow, but again, the tone of the game, the way that it's been much more active instead of farming, it makes sense.
And there is a, they put the gem in Lena's stash. They don't actually have it out right now.
Actually, I like that too. Excuse me, I'm yawning. Actually, I like that too because, you can't accidentally pick it up.
Yeah.
It's in the stash, you can forget about it.
That might even be safer for them because there's not too many invis situations they have to worry about on Dire's side.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that gem pickup was solely for, was a solely Dire side counter. Actually, it was solely a Radiant side counter, excuse me, to the Nyx Assassin to prevent infest bombs that have been happening. So, the Dire, excuse me, really don't need it for anything. It's, can we counter ward? Yes, we can counter ward. Okay, then put it back. That's the end of it. That's all we need it for. And actually, I just heard an infest go out. And so, is there...
They're gonna go around. Or no, that was Windrunner's drawing. I guess that's what they expect them to do.
And that's what they're gonna do, it seems. They're gonna go up. Is there a smoke? That's a smoke being used by the Radiant side. Desolator finished up by Lifestealer, who's sitting inside the Nyx, excuse me. And
They
so
might cross paths with this sentry in the middle lane,
we
though.
have smokes and smokes. Next level stuff going on right here. They don't know where each other are. Nyx is going to Vendetta to scout ahead in the off chance. They're pinging. They think they know where they are. Except you just have Ring Around the Rosie going on right now.
Yeah. And oddly enough, nobody crossed the sentries. I don't know if they crossed that one over near the top of the middle lane.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
Like,
Well, what's important is that
Dire's bottom
the
tower's getting
Radiant's
the business.
So the Radiant decided that they were going to go for a tier 2 after their smoke wore off, after the Dire pinged to go after a top 1, and they see them now. They know where they are, they know where they're coming. Caudle's going to probably start charging. There's the Illuminate charge, and they know they're coming. They're trying to burn down this tower as quickly as they can. Oh boy, Zeus is going to eat the full Illuminate, but Razor's taking a ton of damage. Mech coming out to try and heal him up. Bane gets canceled off, unable to use his Fiend's Grip. He's going to go down. Razor's going to go down as well from the Sonic Wave Scream of Pain. And now it's a 3-on-3. Big shackle on the Lina. She's going to go down from Power Shot. In the meantime, Lifestealer's going to burn his open wounds and his rage. He's trying to make the most of this, but again, he's getting kited. It's exactly as we were saying. Caudle was able to burst away. We're going to see some sick armlet toggles, but big shackle shots coming down on the Queen of Pain. She's going to go down now as a result of, blink out, and Keeper of the Light picking up the last hit. Oh, and Darkseer's even able to take out the Aegis of the Immortal off of the Lifestealer.
Yeah, Windrunner once again proving her good shackle shots and her Scythe of Ice up on her, so they will have even more hold down for the Lifestealer. But Lina actually was in a good position there, and unfortunately didn't work out as well for her. As soon as he Fiend's Gripped, she stunned him.
No, and that's what you need to do. I mean, that's how... What does Bane do? Bane shuts down our carries. Okay, then we need to shut down Bane. And Lina did a good job of it. The only way that team fight could have gone better for RDS would have been if the shackle shot latched the Lina to the Lifestealer. That would have been huge. Probably changed the entire team fight. Caudle, and here's something very scary. Caudle just bought an ultimate orb. He's going for a sheepstick on his own.
Yeah, he has 116 CS up on him right now, and if he has to keep on pushing and defending like he is, it should be up really quickly.
Speaking of sheepsticks... Oh, we finished yawning first. Windrunner has her own.
Yeah, I mentioned that a little earlier. Yeah. And
I mean, we're seeing a sheepstick heavy game. It makes sense. We have 2 already. Probably going to see a 3rd. Just clicking through the guy's items real quick. That Yasha is finally on Razor. He almost has the Mana Style recipe. He gold, but uh-oh. Looks like this Windrunner might be in trouble if she doesn't have TP. They're rotating
Bane has his
in.
BKB coming to him too.
Oh, and there's your TP. Queen of Pain's trying to get out. Trying to get there. Oh, chick! Turned you into a pig. That's a dead Windrunner.
Beneath a tree.
But now Bane will have his BKB, and next team fight he won't get stunned when he tries to Fiend's Grip. He'll be a lot more safer with that. Especially with Lifestealer not having a bash, right? Yeah, he doesn't have a bat.
Nope. Yeah, that's going to mean the world of difference to Bane. I mean, that's also why Fiend's Grip is the reason that we've seen Bane get picked up, but I mean, the same can be argued about Beastmaster, though he's pretty much fallen off the scene. Beastmaster's Primal Roar goes through BKB targets as well. So, Bane being able to get that BKB up, I mean, there's nothing that's going to be interrupting his channel time. It's 5 seconds? 6 seconds? 5 seconds is the total duration of Fiend's Grip. And we're going to see a push out here now that it's only 5-on-4. I'm really nervous about them. Oh, they're going to use Fiend's Grip. We got a Blink Dagger coming out, and Caudle's going to pop. Not much you can really do about it. Thunder God's Wrath coming out. We have Lifestealer being Fiend's Gripped, Laguna Blade being cast, more Thunderbolts going out on the Razor. He's going to run. Bane's going to go down running too close. Vendetta, Impale, Mana Burn, and that's going to be the end of it. Zeus actually getting path blocked in here, but they're going to trade 4 for 1, but Lifestealer's going to die.
Picked up by a tower.
Wow. Armlet Toggle fails. Showing up here. Sheepstick coming out. Zeus gonna go down. We have Lina coming out, trying to burn them down, as well as Nyx. Razor coming back because he didn't die in the fight, just taking all the damage that Nyx doesn't have, and boom, 215 at the end of the day. He's dealing 196 bonus damage. That's some scary stuff. Very good team fight taken by KGT, but they got a little bit too greedy in their post tower dive execution, and they paid for it.
Yeah, and they're turning everything around pretty well when it comes to losing team fights. They still try to make every little thing they can a bonus for them. RDS do.
It's unfortunate, though, because right now, they're sitting at about a 9,000 gold advantage for RDS, and I'm kind of afraid to check the experience. Oh, the experience is a lot closer. It's only sitting at around 4,500. But I feel like in the next 30 seconds, we have another Roshan coming up. I feel that Rosh is going to be huge. We have pings coming out. I didn't see where they were.
And here comes that third sheepstick coming from Darkseer.
Wait,
no,
Darkseer?
Darkseer has an ulti orb. I can only think that's a sheepstick.
Yeah, it's possible. Oh, and Zeus has finally finished his dags.
Yeah.
So more damage from Thunder God's Wrath.
And a double damage.
There's Coddle's here. He's trying to get it on his Windrunner, it seems. Or his Razor. I lied. He's recalling the Razor right now. Boom. Razor. DD on Razor. And now's the time to force a fight or take a Roshan. I mean, they... Oh, and smoke coming out. Did they see it? Let's find out.
I'm not sure. They did smoke on the high ground.
They may have seen the smoke puff, but they smoked in this area right here. And the ward vision only goes to right there. So, nope, they're good.
Yeah.
Coddle throwing out Illuminates, so they have some sort of inkling.
They are throwing some sentries up, though, looking for wards and looking for them to be smoked up running into them.
Well, it is daytime, so they can see them all. Bane's going to get a Nightmare! Yes! Max range Nightmare cast on the Zeus. Zeus is going to eat the Illuminate, though. That's going to be the end of it. Oh, we have a Nyx Assassin coming out, hitting 2 men with an Impale. No connection on the Shackle Shot, unfortunately. Power Shot's coming out. A Plasma Field going out by the Razor, pinging him. Apparently they want to kill him first. His Manta Style is done now. Uh-oh, Nyx Assassin coming out with an Infest Bomb. Windrunner's not careful. Infest coming out, Impale. Thunder God's Wrath, Mana Burn. That is a dead Windrunner sitting just a little bit too far out. She's going to buy back immediately and TP to the middle lane. And she has to. I mean, they're in full retreat. Bane's going to be turned into a chick. He's probably going to fall. Oh, cancels the Impale with a Shackle Shot. BKB coming out, and there's your Fiend's Grip. Nothing can cancel this from happening. Big vacuum, getting all 4 heroes close. Queen of Pain is going to drop now. Boom. Nyx gets his Basher mid-team fight. Buyback's coming out all around. Razor gets taken out. Lina gets taken out. Nyx finally gets taken out, and as Queen of Pain does as well. This Windrunner Shackle Shots are absurd. Able to get the Lifestealer as well on a 4.5-second Shackle. Zeus is left all on his own with Nyx, excuse me, and Zeus is going to fall as a result of Razor right clicks. Now Nyx is trying to run away. He's got 4 seconds on his ultimate. He's trying to get it out, and is he going to pop it? No, he gets turned into a chicken beforehand. Big buybacks. Lots of buybacks from KGT, ultimately resulting in them dying again, though. Windrunner buying back, Razor buying back, ultimately, Radiant, Rasarit winning the battle of the buybacks.
And Bane just realizing how good his items are, just when being focused down by the Queen of Pain, he just turned around, BKB'd Fiend's Grip, and then Darkseer did the same thing, and they turned around the fight with that huge vacuum.
Yeah, that vacuum was big.
That was the turning point.
I mean, Roshan gets shackled again.
It caught 4.
Yeah, but the vacuum caught 4, and I mean here's a repositioning skill that hurts Lifestealer as well because of positioning. Like, he's no longer next to anybody. What's he gonna do? He's gotta run next to you while you're auto attacking him. I'm interested to see what this Razor's going to build next, because he's proven that his item build so far is fine. I mean, if Razor went a BKB, I think the game would be over.
I think he'd either go the BKB or turn that casual vitality booster into something, turn it into a heart. It's a little too late for a Vanguard.
Yeah. No, I mean, you could go the heart route. You could always go the I don't remember if Vitality Booster builds into...
It only builds into Vanguard and Soul
I was
Booster.
unsure. I was unsure if it built into a cloak or the Coat of Defiance. Excuse me. We have a team fight erupting right now. Lifestealer coming out. Fiend's Grip coming out. They're gonna try and right click down the Bane so he'll stop channeling on the Lifestealer. Lifestealer's gonna get out though. All of his damage is getting stolen. Razor steals 200 damage, but is gonna go down to the resulting Sonic Wave and Scream of Pain. Does he still have the damage buff? No, he loses the damage buff upon dying from the Aegis. So they trade 2 for 3, 2 and Aegis plus 1, 2 plus Aegis, excuse me, for a Lifestealer, which is a decent trade. Right now they're trying to get out of there. Oh goodness! So
another amazing power shot.
Power shot went through the Nyx Assassin, but because the Nyx Assassin targeted the Razor has his unstable current max, and that deals damage. And so Nyx Assassin killed himself while single targeting Razor.
Mm-hmm.
Which you hardly ever see happen, but whenever you do, it feels so good.
Now Quap's gonna go into an Aghanims. It's a little late, but it'll help her with her ultis, especially since she hasn't been doing that bad with landing ultis. Seems like she always lands like 2 or more.
Well, Aghanims is a good pickup on her in general, mainly because, I mean, you get a lot of... What does Aghanim Scepter give you? It gives you a lot of stats. It gives you a lot of mana, it gives you a lot of health, and it gives you a lot of stats. And that's I mean, those are all good things on Queen of Pain. I mean, one of the other reasons why Queen of Pain is picked so often is because a lot of her items are built from ultimate orbs, which, what do they give you? They give you more stats. They give you more health and more damage as a result of that. So Queen of Pain really going into a common build makes sense. She's been hitting money ultimates on 2, 3, 4 heroes occasionally, and the Aghanim Scepter will definitely be a very good upgrade for her.
We see Lina continuing to ward up the area. Seems like they've been doing pretty decent with warding on the Dire side.
Speaking of that vitality booster, you have a Reaver out on the Razor.
Yeah, so that will be a hard.
And Darkseer has finished his sheep as well. How's Caudle coming? Caudle's sitting at 1,500 gold, getting close to his own sheep stick. I mean, it's just going to get to the point where there are too many pigs.
You're going to be 4 pigs in that one team fight.
But the key is that there's synergy between pigging people. I mean, hey, I'm Lifestealer, pig, pig, pig. 10 and a half seconds of being a pig. Try and deal with that.
And they're gonna try to Nace bomb up here in the mid lane. It looks like they might have been spotted out though. Somebody's drawing on the map, and I don't know if that's Razor or Nyx.
That's Razor. But the key is that they have no sentries. And this is a thing that was a big issue in our games on Tuesday between Executors and I do not remember who they played against. But in the game against Executors, their opponent didn't have vision. And if we look in the base, okay, so there are wards. Who has their wards? Nobody has their wards, but they're out of them. So as a result, they have to play much more passively. There's no vision on the other side of things. Nyx Assassin has 3 wards right now, and there are 3 wards out. So, where are you? Hey guys, where are you? We want to come over and team fight.
So yeah, it looks like everyone sort of stepped back a bit, try to farm up some items before they go back into the action, but they're looking for it now again.
Yeah, Keeper of the Light sitting at 2,100 gold. You see pings coming out, they're going to have to defend this tier 3 tower and racks. Queen of Pain sitting at 2,400 gold. She almost has her Ags. Lina and Nyx have nothing. Conversely, Bane been able to farm up that BKB. He's sitting on it. He has a gem himself, so they'll be able to see whenever Nyx comes in with the Lifestealer. Windrunner we already discussed. Force Staff and Sheepstick. We have, and here we go. Here's the Vendetta coming in.
He's gonna bump into the Razor here.
Oh, there they go. Without a question, they just jump on him immediately. And there you go. 4-man rotation.
Hurt the ones you love.
And that's a big kill because I do not believe he has buyback. No, he does not.
No. Because he's been building so hard, and he was literally just about to get his heart. Like, he was about 100, 200 gold away from it.
See, that's another thing that the Dire side needs to do. I mean, they don't really have that much. They have the wards up, yeah, but they don't really have that much map control, specifically coming from the fact that they don't have tier 1 towers down. The mid-tier 1 tower is still there. Queen of Pain's going to finish up her Aghanims. But, I mean, tier 1 towers are up, tier 2 towers are up, all 3 of them. First one's going to fall right now, but
Tower's done for.
you need that map control. It's way too important. Okay, and Keeper of the Light now has a Sheepstick on his own.
Yeah, that's gonna be our 4th Sheepstick, I think.
Yep.
Don't think there's anyone else can really build one right now. The gem is up on Bane, though. So that's 2 gems in the game, 1 being in the stash of Lina.
Yeah, and all that the Radiant side are going to do at this point, or the Dire side, excuse me, are going to do at this point is they're just going to start farming. There's really nothing holding them back. If the Radiant, if RDS want to play passively, then they're going to play passively. There's not a whole lot you can do. KGT can't push into RDS. I hear Infest coming out. They're going to try and take this tier 1 tower. Maybe. Oh, goodness. Pigged and shackled. It looks like Zeus is going to go down before he's able to really do anything. But Brainstaff is able to pick it off. And we have, who's up here? Who just got picked off? Nyx Assassin. So a support and a nuker are down. RDS are going to run up this middle lane, pushing with all their might. Power shots coming out. I mean, and that's the other thing, like, forcing out buybacks from the Zeus. I mean, as I was saying before the team fight happened, KGT cannot push into RDS. They can't do it. With Illuminate spam, And Darkseer Ion Shells, here we see the pipe coming out. Early Fortify being used. Just trying to hold the lines. I don't see them letting up. Roshan's going to be up in another 3 minutes. Tier 3 tower's going to drop. Oh my goodness, these shackles are sick. Hitting, oh, he's going to fall. Bane's going to fall. Gem on the deck. Uh-oh, the guys are getting a little greedy. You have a big wall coming out. 2 are in it, but Razor's trapped. He's just eating too many auto attacks, and Lifestealer was able to pound on him, and he's going to get him with the Infest.
Gem's on the ground.
Yeah, Gem's on the ground, and now are they gonna? Yeah, they're gonna get a bash. Is that a bash? Yeah, Basher is finished on Lifestealer. He's gonna bash out the Darkseer, and if they find this Keeper of the Light, oh, Windrunner, no shackles on the Lina, hit all 4 with the power shot. Nyx Assassin coming in with a Vendetta kill on the Keeper of the Light, and this team fight just got turned on its head. Lina coming out, Impale Stun, Light Striker Ray, Scream of Pain, and that's a dead Windrunner. 5 for Zeus, who bought back.
And they'll get a another gem. It's going to be like another 800 gold cost to the team fight.
So even with 3 sheep sticks, RDS is unable to capitalize and take the tier 3 tower.
Yeah, one thing I did notice was the Quap did ulti and it did like no damage. I'm pretty sure the pipe wasn't even off, but even then it did not do much damage.
Oh, that's going to be the fall of your tier 1 tower. Roshan's going to be up in another 2 minutes now, approximately. I wouldn't be surprised if they, yep, KGT are just going to keep pressing ahead. And there's an Aghanim Scepter on Lina.
And now Nyx is going to get a regen rune if he wants it. Oh, is he going to get it? There he goes. And there he'll be full back health. He doesn't even have to go back to the base.
Mid-tower's getting banged up.
Yeah, they're going to, oh, that's an Enfeeble. There's your Enfeeble finally coming out from the Bane, and Razor has finished his heart.
Very late from what he intentionally won in. I think he won it in like 5 to 6 minutes ago.
Yeah, but he got picked off in that team fight, really coming back to hurt him. No, this is turning into quite a game.
Yeah, it's very back and forth right now. It's still anyone's game. AC going up on the Lifestealer should just be a few hundred more gold, and he'll have that, and that's going to be able to help him proc the Skull Basher even more.
I'm actually interested that he decided to start the AC and finish the AC before he upgrades to the Abyssal. I mean, just being able to lock the target down with the Abyssal active is very strong. Whether that's Razor, or whether that's Darkseer, or even Bane, considering that the Abyssal Blade proc goes through BKB.
So looks like everyone's preparing up for the Roshan. Just respawned up.
Yeah, Lina's gonna TP down. We're gonna get our rotations. Now they smoked. They smoked in, so they don't know, but they can see them now. They know he got revealed. They know they're on the high ground. They're waiting. Don't go up the choke point. Oh my goodness. Oh. No big. Just a little nervous.
Nyx still has his gem though, so it's a little dangerous. I mean, they won't be losing too much seeing how they got the gem for free, but still something to lose.
Well, it's more the fact that they don't have reveal. They're waiting. Keeper of the Light. Okay, he just lost his smoke. Yeah, none of them have reveal. They can't see this. And now they can see it. There it is. There's the Sentry Ward's coming out. Nyx Assassin's going to be put on the Nightmare, and then Fiend's Grifted immediately after. I disagree with the use of Fiend's Grip. Chaos is pretty much breaking out. We got Razor going on the Lifesteal, and that's going to be the end of it. Two-man Light Striker Ray stunning out the Razor as well as the Darkseer and Bane, but all in all, Lina going high ground. Keeper of the Light might fall. He's going to throw out Illuminate. Buybacks coming out for the Nyx Assassin, and Windrunner might take a dive. Yeah, Dragon Slave is going to be thrown out through here, and then Caudle throwing out an Illuminate is killed by the Spiked Carapace from Nyx Assassin.
And I don't know if it was a visual glitch, but right here, about this area here, like in the river, Lina got shackled to a tree all the way in the back of the Roche pit from the river. It might have been a visual glitch, but it was pretty weird looking.
No, there was a shackle between Nyx Assassin and Lina, and then when Nyx died, the shackle remains.
Yeah, it looked like really glitched out and spread out. I was like weirded out.
I'm surprised they're not. Well, then again, their creeps are kind of like all the way pushed back into their rack, so it makes sense why they're not pushing. However, they keep winning these fights, and they're not really doing anything with them. I mean, KGT can always use the farm. I mean, Lacuna Blade on Lina, it's 1,000, it's 1,250 damage. That's a lot of damage. That's a support Is that a support? Is that Bane? That's almost all of Bane's life. If she hits Bane with every one of her spells, Bane is dead. And Caudle's still dead, so I don't know what his total life is right now. But I mean, it's scary, and the Assault Cuirass is going to be finished on the Lifestealer. Roshan is also up, and now he has the much fabled cheese.
I don't know if you mentioned the Demon Edge is up on the Queen of Pain, which is an interesting pick. Yeah, it's probably going to be a MKB. That's the only thing I've ever seen a Queen of Pain build on a with a Demon Edge, unless it's a Rapier, but that's obviously just pub stomp kind of stuff.
Cross her fingers for Rapiers.
Well, she might just save up the gold, and if it comes to that, maybe she will. But MKB is possible on a Queen of Pain. It's built occasionally.
We have another smoke coming out. We have smoke battles. They're going to try... KGD's going to try and siege down this Roshan, and you know what? They may be able to do it just on the back of Feast and Bash. He's going to go down. Oh, they know. Power Shot went in, and Roche is going to go down. However, they're going to catch this Queen of Pain out. Another chick is being used on the Lina. Big pull-in from the vacuum wall coming out. Sonic Wave going out. Right now, Lifestealer's trying to bash out Windrunner, who has Windrun active. And you got a 1-for-3 trade right now, including the Aegis. Lina's coming in, throwing out stuns left and right. Her Fiery Soul doing tons of damage, going to be able to take out the Caudle. Lifestealer able to man up, take out the Razor in front of him, and now, oh, blink! He's going to miss, but he's going to hit the Light Strike. He's going to hit the Demon Slave, miss the Light Strike Array, and oh, so close.
And I don't know if you noticed, but that teamfight could have gone a little better for KGT. They might have not have lost those two people, but from the beginning of the teamfight to where Lifestealer got his Aegis procced, Zeus was in Nightmare that entire time. Nobody got him out of it.
Well, there's not a whole lot the BKB was active.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only so much that you can do, but what shocks me more is the fact that Queen of Pain got caught out where she got caught out. Keep that in mind. She got caught out around here.
Yep.
Well, they have a ward there, so they knew the rotation was coming. Well, they were smoked, but they saw the power shot, so you should know that a rotation is coming. I really did not like how she got caught out where she did. It was fortunate that she was able to throw out her Sheep, Sonic Wave, and some Screams of Pain, but on the same token, it shouldn't be happening. And right now, Lina gets her TP canceled by the Darkseer using Vacuum, but he's going to give up the chase. I'm interested to see what Razor's next item is going to be. I'm also interested to see as to how long this game is going to last. We're already at 55 minutes, and we don't really...
It feels like it's just the beginning.
Yeah. Oh boy, Refresher Orb coming out from the Zeus.
I think this isn't going to do as much as it would have, like, if it was 10 minutes ago, even.
Well, I reiterate the point. If you had a Veil of Discord,
yeah,
you would be doing a lot more damage, especially in that team fight in the Rosh Pit. One Veil, you hit all the heroes. Sonic Wave's going to do a lot more damage. Everything that Lina does is going to do a lot more damage. In fact, 20% of 1200 is what? 200? Something like that?
Yeah,
300? 300? No, it's 200, something like that. So
it's like 400, I think.
20%.
Of 1200?
20%.
Oh yeah.
So
okay. Yeah.
I mean, Lina in her own right can probably kill Bane if she gets her ulti off beforehand, before his BKB pops. That's scary. And that's not counting Zeus's double cooldown now. Like, oof. Do we have a smoke coming in? What's going on? We've got we've got item juggling happening. Okay, there we go. Antonio was dropping his portal scroll so he could get wards and they could ward efficiently.
And we see 2600 gold up on the Queen of Pain. She's a little reluctant to build the remainder of the MKB, so maybe that Rapier is an idea. It's okay to be built on the Queen of Pain because she has that skippability and the lockdown now with Scythe of Ice, but maybe she's just saving up for an immediate buyback. We'll have to see.
Well, at this point, that's what you need to do. Save up for buybacks. I mean, if you look at the kills, deaths, and assists, I didn't even know it was this ridiculous. Razor has 20 kills and 20 assists. And it looks like now he's finally building a BKB. I missed those pings. Where were they coming out? I heard the
it looked like some warding pings, okay, and that's all I saw. See some wards pings out into the jungle, maybe just telling people to farm up.
And you know what? Now it looks like Lina's building her own Scythe of Ice. She's got an ulti orb, gives her some more health, more intelligence. I mean, this is going to be the game of Scythes of Ice, apparently.
It's pretty hilarious.
Lifestealer's sitting on 3,500 gold. He can almost buy up his, finish up his Abyssal Blade. And he's
Darkseer
just
will go
gonna
into
right
a
back in Nyx.
Shiva's.
Shivas is a very good pickup. I really like it. It slows down the enemy team, especially now that Lena's getting to the point where she can become a right-click carry. I mean, she deals very good damage, and her Fiery Soul it just gives her bonus attack speed and bonus move speed. So, her ability to do that, this is going to be tense. This is going to be very tense, especially because we look at the levels. We have a level 25 Lifestealer. We have a lot of level 23 heroes. Like, very intense game.
This might be an all 6-stack level 25 game.
That'd be very impressive.
I mean, just about almost every hero is 6-stacked right now and just
There's
needs
your
things
Shivas.
like boots on, upgraded boots on Bane, a few more items on Coddle.
Well, you can really see, looking at the net worth, who has been doing the majority of boarding, and Nyx Assassin's going to get caught out. They found him. He's getting the brunt. Oh, and you got Fiend's Grip coming out. Double refresher. Nyx uses his cheese to try and live through it. I have no idea where the Aegis is gone already. Lena burns down Bane with the ultimate, just like I called it. Razor getting burned down by Lifestealer, as well as Zeus, as well as Lena. They overcommitted too much in that team fight, and right now we have a very aggressive Queen of Pain coming out. Going to use her ulti, Scream of Pain, and Chick, all on the Darkseer, throwing out the Shadow Strike. Shackle coming out to try and slow down the Lena. Actually, she might die if she's not careful. Oh, Windrunner, don't be greedy. Okay, there we go. She's gonna fall back. But at this point, Fortify's down. They're gonna take this tier 3 tower. Hopefully.
Yeah. And I don't completely blame RDS for like playing a little too aggressive there, because that Darkseer vacuum was really good and gives a lot of hope for a win on the team fight. But I feel like the refresher on the Zeus did beat him down a little bit.
These shackles, the vacuum into the Shiva's guard, slowing down everything. Bash procs though, Nightmare. Queen of Pain getting turned to a chick. Windrunner using her infinite focus fire on her, trying to burn her down. Lena is barely living. No, oh my, these shackles!
They're insane.
Oh, Windrunner's gonna take out the Lena with
But
a power
KGD will
shot.
take the first Rax.
And that's what's important, is that the first Rax is down.
I mean, it was almost RDS's with that bear mid Rax, but not quite.
I mean, at this point now, you have Queen of Pain. She's sitting on 5,000 gold. There's your MKB.
And there's that MKB.
She just
And
wiped
the
straight up
Abyssal.
eyes at, and the Abyssal Blade coming out for the Lifestealer. What I was gonna say.
And the Lincoln.
Go ahead. Oh yeah, and the link is for the Windrunner. What I was going to say before that team fight broke out is that you can really see who's being forced to buy all the items. I mean, Nyx Assassin has 4,000 net worth. He has mana boots. He has 1,600 gold on him, and he has a Ghost Scepter. Not bad. Not bad for having to buy all of the wards all of the time, and the dusts, and the smokes. I mean, he's doing good. On the converse side, though, you have Bane, who has a BKB farmed up, and a Soul Ring. He does need to finish up his booty still, but that's a Ghost Scepter for Coddle, I believe. So Coddle, I mean, going above and beyond both of the other supports with his Sheep, Ghost Scepter, and Horse Staff.
And it looks like Razor's finally gonna go that VKB.
Oh, that'll be big, especially considering how late it is and how much magic damage is coming out. I mean, he does have the heart, and he does have the Manta, but he still has some farm to go, and you can see the pings coming out on these naked racks. They're gonna try, RDS are gonna try and make a team fight out of this. However, they're all falling back, getting ready to defend it, and Lena's coming up too. Another important thing to note, Bane is on the 4-second duration of his BKB.
Yeah.
There have been so many team fights that the BKB is down to 4 seconds, and we're gonna finally see how it affects. We got Nyx coming in Nyx. We're gonna see Coddle pops immediately. Boom, dead. Refresher Orb coming out. Double ulti. Sonic Wave coming out. Oh, you can't push into this. They're all going down. Windrunner down. Dragon Slave's gonna cut through, taking out the Darkseer. They're chasing down the Bane, who's trying to TP out. Thunderstorm is gonna come down. Lightning Bolt, excuse me. Buyback, and the GG is called.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
That was a pretty insane game.
Someone's having
Surprised to see RDS give up this early, but they feel like it's pretty imminent.
Well, I mean, look at where Razor is. They're just all. Oh, Razor's on their team. Excuse me. Look, they have 60-second cooldowns. They have none of their ultimates up. I mean, there does come a point where Lifestealer gets too fat, and positioning-wise, they were just dealing too much damage. that's the thing. The unsung hero of this game was definitely the static field from
Someone
Zeus.
dropped out like a kid
Yep.
in school.
I mean, Zeus was sitting in the team fights. Everybody was within 1,000 range, and as a result of that, he was able to really chunk down enemy heroes. It's 11% health reduction at max level. So I keep casting arc lightning
Radiant's
every
mid
2
tower's coming
seconds, and I
apart.
throw out my thunderbolt whenever I can.
No breaking down the radiant structures like
What do you
this.
do? What are you supposed to do to that? It's just too much. And even though
Looks
Darkseer
like
had the pipe,
Radiant's ancient
their
Achilles
time to push was much earlier.
And take a look at the graphs. It's just this up.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Radiant, and there's a sharp shoot down. This has definitely been one of the most interesting and entertaining games of the league so far.
No, Zeus bought a basher. What is going on?
I'm KP. Let's do it.
Oh, ridiculous stuff. Good stuff, though. Very good game. Series goes 2-0 to KGT. Very great series. Wow. Wowzers.
Amazing, really.
Wowzers. That's really all I got. I'm going to put the match ID up. Make sure you check. Got a lot of stuff to plug here. Make sure you check out our YouTube. It's Crosspoint Dota. All of our videos get uploaded as well as our casts. In addition to that, make sure you check out our Twitter, Crosspoint Dota. My personal Twitter, @Penguin Dota. We tweet out all these games all the time. I believe, Zebra, what's your Twitter?
It's Mr. Zebra Gamer.
@Mr. Zebra Gamer. We always tweet out our whenever we're going to do a cast or whenever games are going on. Make sure you check those all out. Also, most importantly, make sure you check out the Crosspoint Dota website. It's crosspointdota.com. And we look forward to seeing you in more games. Also, big shout-outs to our musical artists who have given us the permission of using their music, Sad Onion Steamage and F777. Stay tuned. We're going to have another game being broadcast in just 1 hour. The stream will probably go down in about 10 minutes, and then it will come back up promptly before that game starts. We look forward to seeing you guys, and thanks for joining us at Crosspoint Dota.
See ya.